What's happening, y'all? Onward and upward. I don't need your applause. What's cracking? Oh shit. What's happening, y'all? What's happening? There my damn camera on my fucking phone slipped. But yeah, man. What's going on? What is going on? Here for a short time, not a long time. Hope all my comrades is having a blessed Friday so far. You know what it is. You guys all should be in good spirits. I don't know what you're going through, but just the fact that you woke up, you should be in great spirits. Oh, well. Down here in Miami, it's back warm again. We're going to see how long this shit going to last before it gets bipolar again. But this is just how it goes down here during this season. It's technically still winter. Or what they say, fall, whatever. No, winter. Definitely still winter. So we'll see. Spring is right around the corner. But yeah, if you new here, smash the like button and smash the sub button to stay connected. If you ain't rocking with anything I say, feel free to smash the unlike button. I'm cool with that as well. Again, LD TV, onward and upward. I am not tripping. We ain't going backwards, we only going forward and upward. But yeah, I got some topics I want to tap on. Those on the replay gang, I definitely will appreciate you to engage. Engagement is where it's at. For those that truly fuck with me. But yeah, let's get into this, man. We ain't gotta wait for nobody. So, first topic is Star Trek. Star Trek did what? I don't know a lot of y'all wondering is, what did Star Trek do? Well, what Star Trek did is that they finally released and launched their first gay Klingon in franchise history. They have revealed their first gay Klingon in franchise history. If you know me, you know I don't have no issue with gay people at all. Zero issue. What you do behind closed doors is your business. Ain't got nothing to do with me. So then you're like, LDTV, what's your issue with this? My issue is that the Klingon is melanated. And of course he's, I guess, in just the picture that I seen that he's kissing on some white dude. And a lot of y'all like, what's wrong with that, LD? I mean, they're two gay guys or gay Klingons. And they, you know, even in the picture, they appear to be, you know, really enjoying each other's time. The issue is that I understand the messaging that's being passed around. And I understand that the agenda that's at hand. It's like the entertainment industry, they don't miss an opportunity to try and emasculate a black man. It's like by any means necessary, they're gonna shoot their shot at emasculating black men. And that's what I don't like. And that's the imagery that they're putting out there. Not only Actually, I just assumed that, so I don't know. But it just seemed like the melanated man was just extra feminine, as if he's being conquered by this Caucasian male. And like I said, man, if you a person who thinks for yourself and who has a mind, you peep the play, you peep the bullshit of what it is. And I'm not rocking with that at all. Why couldn't it just be two white dudes, two gay white dudes, if there's really no agenda? Why not just two white dudes? What's else he's gonna be like, oh, well, we gotta include the coloreds. Is that the excuse? Man, leave us out of that shit. Yes, I understand that there's plenty of gay melanated men. That's cool. But Star Trek itself barely has any melanated people at all. So now you're gonna put another one that's gay. Like, come on, man. We peeped the play. Well, us individuals with sound minds, we peeped the play. Stop the bullshit, man. Again, this ain't no slight towards the community. LGBT is not towards y'all. It's just the agenda at hand. Like, stop that bullshit. If you're new here, smash the like button. Smash the sub button. Stay connected. I greatly appreciate it. Stop the bullshit agenda. Samantha, salute. Starzy, my headphones are dead, so I can't hear you. Okay. Okay. That don't even make any sense, because if your headphones are dead, that means you should be able to hear me through your speaker of your phone. Anyways, see, you gotta make it make sense. But anyways, yeah, so Star Trek is on one. I've never been a really heavy fan of Star Trek anyway, to be honest, but I definitely won't be tuning in to none of that BS. Martin, salute. Martin Garcia, salute. Yeah, I definitely won't be tuning in to none of that BS. And it's just a shame that that's what it is. Like, there's a lot of great Netflix shows that are dope, or even the movies that they create themselves in-house. There's a lot of great movies, but it's like you're watching the movies and then just out of nowhere some fruity shit just happens out of the blue. You're like, was that even needed? Like, come on, man. Like, this type of shit don't even happen in nature. This don't even happen in nature, in just regular old real life. Just out of nowhere, just some fruity shit just happens. That's how you know a lot this shit is just a straight agenda and straight bullshit. Like, it's just like, dog, can y'all stop? Stop it, man. Stop it. It's just, oh man, it's just annoying, man. It's annoying. Why y'all so obsessed with feminizing us? Well, I understand why. I do understand why. Like, but what really is the obsession with feminizing us and making us weak? You understand how powerful the masculine melanated man is. You understand the true power. That's what it is. For those who peep game, we understand. That's why they had to make sure that to make us not the head of household for, the black man and the black woman. That's why they had to make sure to make the black man pretty much the subservient to the woman, right? Because I understand if they can get him outside of the household, then he's automatically going to be looked at as less than. And then you want to steal the true power of him, is his masculinity. They understand how powerful a black melanated father is to their children, and how he's going to affect them and add to them as young people growing up. They understand that shit. I also seen some report, and it said that black men have the highest amount of testosterone than any other culture. So they understand the power that we have. They understand totally. So that's why at any given opportunity, they're trying to slight us. But it is what it is. All I can say is to the real men out here who doing their thing, stay aware. Stay aware and move accordingly. But that's all I got on that. And I will not be tuning in to Star Trek ever again. But yeah, 50 Cent versus T.I, man. 50 Cent versus T.I. It's been a lot going on, y'all, hasn't it? T.I has has dropped like his fourth diss track towards 50. So my question is, who's winning this? Who's winning this war? Who's winning right now? And I see online there's a lot of people saying that 50's just getting demolished. I see this everywhere. They're saying that T.I and as we see, King has hopped in it. So King has pretty much is destroying. I'm just saying what I've seen. They're saying that Little King has pretty much destroyed 50 Cent's legacy. And I'm just here to give a new, different perspective. Courtney says, fam, it ain't no winner when we go after each other. You have somewhat of a point, but I will say that all skin folk ain't kinfolk, so. But just a PSA, I'm a supporter of both artists. I love 50's music. I love T.I.'s music. So in essence, this really pains me to see. It really pains me to watch. Like when you see two artists that you enjoy, and I'm talking about their art, their music. I don't know any of these guys as individuals at all. I don't know them. So I can't speak for that. All I can speak, even when it comes to like their personality and shit, like there's things in their character. There's things in each of these guys that I really tip my hat to. You know, I salute both of them. But I just don't know any of these individuals. So in essence, I ain't picking no side. I ain't on no side at all. But, you know, just for the sake of conversation, who's winning? But like I said, there's a lot of people online. They're saying that T.I is winning because he has the 4 diss tracks that have dropped. And you have 50 who hasn't replied in any form of fashion as far as musically back towards T.I. And then you have his son King just going ape shit, going ham, and it's within great reason, right? I'm not mad at what King's saying at all, because once, and this is, you know, like I said, I'm gonna keep it a bucko. Once 50 spoke on King's mother, hey, it was what it was. You gotta receive whatever comes with that. In essence, I think 50 just posted a picture of her, right? Didn't he just post a picture of her? I'm not sure what the caption says. If any of y'all know what the caption says, y'all remind me. But all he had to do, like 50's doing the most minimal shit. And these cats is, you know, just going, hey, I mean, like I said, I understand the idea. Me personally, I don't move off of words. Words don't mean anything to me, in the essence. People say a lot of shit. You gotta watch what they do. Not saying that I would be still trying to be cool with King or T.I. if I was in a situation. I'm not saying that I'll still be trying to be cool with the cast, but I just ain't moving off of words like that. And just to give my perspective on this whole situation, yes, King, he's going ham. He's saying the funniest. I mean, you know, it is funny. I'm gonna keep it 100. It's funny. He's going hard. He's standing in the paint. But at the end of the day, nothing he's saying is changing anything. The only thing is maybe changing is the perspective for people who are already against 50. But people who really understand war and back and forthness, they understand that 50 Cent is definitely controlling and winning this war. For one, correct me if I'm wrong, but 50 Cent hasn't even directly replied back to King at all. What's the power in that? The power in that is, like, he's not even acknowledging you as a competitor. So that right there shows that that's a W for 50. Look at 50's demeanor. He's very calm and calculated. That's another W. What is King? He's barking, doing any little thing to quote unquote move 50's emotions. It shows where the emotional intelligence dwells, and it's not in King, it's not in T.I. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's not in any of those guys. And I really, like I said, I support those guys as well, but I'm just looking at it for what it really is. Winning a war is controlling your emotions and moving strategically, and that's what 50 Cent is doing. He's not letting anything that, like, I mean, King has said the worst thing he can actually say to 50 Cent, you know, talking about it, you know, replied, talking about his dead mom. That's the worst he could say. But at the end of the day, how long is that joke gonna hit? I mean, okay, he did say something about 50 Cent holding a fake glizzy, and then he had the paperwork that is fake. I mean, the paperwork is fake, so whatever. So I mean, yeah, King is going with all these, and clearly the kid has help. Clearly the kid has help. I just don't believe that he's that bright of a kid. We see how this kid is acting. He definitely has a lower intelligence level, because for one, he's a kid that has had a phenomenal upbringing, yet he chooses to stand in quote unquote the streets. He chooses to have that persona of being one from the street, which is actually one of the weakest personas that you can carry around as a man. It is. And then, I mean, he's also the least talented of all the kids. His music is garbage. Let's just keep it 100. His music is garbage. He don't talk about shit. What is King? I mean, let's keep it all the way 100. He's ugly as fuck. Boy, ugly. He's short as fuck. And let me say this again. Just because I'm saying he's short, that doesn't mean that he's weak. Okay, but I'm just saying, like, he just looks scrawny, and just, come on, man. Like, he presents nothing about him as a representation of power. The only thing, and like I said, the only thing he's doing, he's actually barking like his, you know, not saying his mom is emotional or nothing, but that's why I say I don't like saying that. I don't like referring to like barking like a woman as a woman thing, because I know a lot of dudes who do that, a lot of males who do that shit too. So I don't want to just kind of put that jacket on women, because I know a lot of women who actually know how to converse, have conversations, and speak like a like women. But yeah, for the most part, so let me say this: King is online pretty much barking like a ratchet bitch. That's pretty much how he's carrying himself. He just saying anything he can to try to grab 50 Cent's emotions, and it's clearly not working. It's not working at all. So how is King winning? And that's why I say, like, a lot of people, you see them online, oh, King is winning. It shows their level of intelligence, and it shows how low their emotional intelligence is as well. Like, saying a bunch of shit don't mean nothing if it ain't sticking. If what you're saying is not causing this person to react, that's not a dub. That's not a dub, y'all. That's not a dub at all. That's a L. That's a L. So this is what I need y'all to understand. Like, this situation is, like I said, if you're a surface level thinker, then yeah, you're going, again, I got to give King his props. He's saying some wild shit. The boy's going savage. But at the end of the day, a lot of that shit just ain't sticking. The only thing that's probably sticking a little bit is the shit about his mom. But 50 Cent he's been without his mother for the longest. And of course, I can't really speak, like I said, again, I can't speak for 50. So I'm sure he may feel a way about it, but in war, he ain't, he definitely ain't showing that he cares about it. And even, I got one for y'all. This is why it matters that 50 is not engaging with him. It shows, like, bro, you're not even a worthy opponent. Get the fuck out of here. You can say whatever you want to say. Like, what do I look like as a mogul that I am, going back and forth with somebody that's really a nobody within his own family? King is a nobody within his own family. Who's the talented ones? Messiah. Damani. Who? Oh, Damani. Damani. Speaking of Damani, let me admit that Damani, okay, T.I. disses, they were nice. They were cool. They were just dope songs to me. Like, those are songs that I would bang. But let me say this, that Damani is the most talented one out of all the motherfuckers. To me, I feel like Damani's really the one who's probably next up. He's the one that's the closest as being talented to his father, Tip. He's the closest to being that talented. And I love the song that he wrote, the song that he dropped, basically towards 50, to Miss Jackson. It's called Miss Jackson, so y'all should go ahead and listen to that. And I just loved it because the questions that he's asking within that song, like, real shit. If 50 finds the answers to those questions, or if those questions get answered, these questions are gonna cause healing. You know what I'm saying? So to me, what he did to me is just monumental to me in just my mind. It's not a typical, oh, fuck you. It's easy to do that, dog. Like I said, it's easy to be ignorant. That's why, just the whole street shit, like, a lot of us, we come from that shit, but it's easy to be that. It's easy to be ignorant. Ain't nothing powerful about that. It's easy to shoot somebody that looks like you, especially when self-hate is so strong within our community. That shit that's easy. Just like I said, just as far as the streets and shit, we understand the booby traps that's out there in life. But being a man, being powerful, is being able to dodge those booby traps. Yeah, it's easy for us to go to jail. But let's dodge those booby traps. And as we know, T.I, hey, it's the trap. We know it's a trap. We know street life is a trap, man. Hey, what's up, Jay Gibb? Appreciate you sliding through, fam. He says, facts. King is emotional immature. Oh, no, that's not you. That was Courtney. He said, facts. King is emotionally immature. Jay Gibb says, King needs to sit down, but Damani diss track dope. Man, that shit was hard as fuck. Jay Gibb says, salute to Opple LD and the fam. Meet the Grams type shit. Yo, that shit was hard. I'm like, damn, it's just a different perspective. It's easy to get on a track and bark. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And let's also be 100. Ain't nobody taking King seriously. And this is the thing. It's not that he's underestimated, because we know the most scariest, weakest motherfuckers would do some of the wildest shit for clout or just to get their point across. I'm not saying that, but just manly. Like, ain't nobody taking King seriously, dog. So, come on, man. Like, you're the weakest link within your family. In essence, you don't even really respect your own parents and family. I remember there's a video of King. He's sitting there trying to tell his parents, Tiny and Tip. He's sitting there literally trying to tell them that he's hood when they're the ones who have raised this motherfucker. Like, how you telling the people who provide for you what you are when they know? Yeah, maybe you have fell into some hood type situations. I mean, like I said, it's not hard. It's not hard. Like I said, it's easy to fall into the street life. Being powerful is making sure you don't go that route, because we know the ultimate plan is to put your ass in, like I always say, modern day slavery, which is prison. And I get it. A lot of you dudes like being around dudes, and I get it. You like dudes. I don't like dudes like that. I'm heterosexual. I love women. I love women, y'all. So, for me, I'm always making sure that I just stay aware and stay on point on what's going on. But anyway, I digress. Back to King and them, man. The end all be all to me is that T.I and them are really losing. And at this point, it's almost sad because they're jumping this man. They're jumping him. I can't really count Damani's, because Damani, like I said, the shit that Damani is saying, it's just some real shit that, to me, it really touched my soul. It's some real shit. Like, damn, that shit is... Those are real questions. It's not the typical barking and shit. It ain't the typical hit 'em up type shit. And so Damani is really trying to get to the end all be all of his shit. Like, talking about the man trauma. Like, damn, that shit is just hitting. And I get, depending on what kind of mind that you have at the core of you, I'm sure a lot of y'all gonna listen to it and be like, man, that's garbage. But the whole idea here is not to, like, I don't want to see these guys do anything streetwise towards each other. I don't want to see anything. At the end of the day, 50 is wrong for what he did. It is what it is. But he's a motherfucker that's filled with trauma. So I understand it. And also, one thing you gotta say is that there's really no rules to war, so you can't really say it. This is the thing with the streets, man. Let me just say this. A lot of motherfuckers say that there's rules in the streets, but they're consistently breaking these fucking rules in the streets. That's the biggest thing out of the whole. That's why it's so bullshit. And who made these fucking rules in the street? Motherfuckers with no emotional intelligence. I don't move by no fucking rules in the streets. Fuck that. I'm a stand-up guy. I don't move through weak ass street rules. Hell no. Jay Gibbs says the Harris fam just responded. Yeah, it's like they're trying to overwhelm 50, but it's just not working, in my opinion. It's not working. he just turned the attention into promo, which is genius, as he does with the rest of this ish. So another question is, what happens after this is all over? Is King gonna get any more business deals from this? No. Is any of y'all gonna tap into King's music more now because he quote unquote let's say he supposedly beat 50? No, music is still garbage. I'm gonna tune into Damani. That's what I mean. This is the thing. I always been up on Damani anyways. I seen him in Big Crit around what time was that? Like right around COVID. Yeah, around COVID. My last concert before COVID was Big Crit. Big Crit came to South Florida, and Damani opened up for him. And that's when I realized just how talented this dude. I'm like, God damn, this dude is really talented. He really got skills. And he's being himself. He's being himself. That's what's so great about it. That's why I support it so much. The young man is being himself. So let me say, man, T.I is a hell of a father, bro. He's a hell of a father. But I feel like, I don't know him personally, but just seeing him, I feel like he's a hell of a father because you see, cause a lot of times the result sits in your kids. But King is the example. He's the perfect example that just because you give your kids game, you can give them all the game in the world. And let's take this back to even Devin Haney and Bill. I'm gonna give Bill the benefit of the doubt, y'all. I'm sure Bill probably gave Devin all the game in the world. But Devin decided to settle for a hoe. Go raw on a hoe. Get a hoe pregnant. Hey. I'm sure T.I, he told his son, like, hey, I live this lifestyle. You ain't gotta live this way. The street ain't shit in the streets. Streets don't love you. I'm sure he told him all that. And at that, King should be able to really look at his father's life and see, like, okay, well, yeah, that ain't about shit. The streets are just full of fake love. He should be able to see that with his own eyes through his father's experiences, but he can't even see that. He can't even, again, just because you give game, that don't mean everybody's gonna receive it. And so King is a great example of that. But T.I.'s other sons are the example of when you give them game, your kids receiving that game and applying that game. Because you see Messiah, he's being himself. He's unique. You see Damani, he's being himself. He's unique. They're not pretending to be thugs. In my opinion, of course you can be urbanized and shit, but when I see people trying to be too tough, to me, you automatically just ain't being yourself. You playing a character to me. To me, you're a character. Yeah, you're a character at that point. So, that's what that is, man. So, yeah, man, just to wrap this up, just to wrap this all the way up, I feel that 50 is winning this by a landslide. Yes, King has released some venom on 50, but for one, 50 hasn't even acknowledged him as a competitor, because then 50 would give him relevancy if he really replies to this guy like, you're nothing within your own family, so what the fuck am I gonna reply to you? You know what I'm saying? This got to do with your daddy. So I don't know, it's subtle, but I don't know if people peep that. Again, I have no problem standing corrected if 50 has directed anything towards King, but from what I've seen, he hasn't directed anything towards him. To me, it seems like he's directing everything towards T.I, the father. And but I'm not mad at Damani hopping in it because, and like I said, it's just the angle he came is just on some real man shit, man. And I respect man shit over everything, man. I respect that over anything. It's just some real questions, and just the way he went about it was just super dope for me. So I'm definitely rocking with Damani heavy. If anybody capitalizes off of this, I want Damani to capitalize off of this. I was gonna listen to T.I shit regardless. I'm a T.I supporter. He's definitely one of my favorites out there in Atlanta. I know a lot of people be like, oh, he's not the king of, he ain't the king of the South. Man, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. He one of my favorites. I love him. I love Luda. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Jay Gibbs said, I'm a new Damani supporter. Yeah, that man he's a smart dude. And at that, it's one thing to have information and have knowledge, but the real power is in applying said knowledge. And applying the knowledge that that's true power. Like you get motherfuckers on here all day talk about this and that, and they not, and you see it in their actions that they're just not following anything they're spewing. They're not. So, I'm watching the action. I don't give a fuck what you're really saying. Hey, I admit, hey, I'm petty at times. That's why I always say, I tell y'all, I'm the good and the bad. There's some shit you gonna see in me that you don't fuck with, that's cool. I'm not here to try to pretend to be a perfect person. I'm both. But my principles are definitely top tier. My principles are top tier. I say it that way. But I be in some bullshit as well. Y'all don't see me in some bullshit. But it's about standing up like a man. That's what it's about for me. That's why I say I'm a stand-up guy. You'll never see me on here talking about I'm a thug and none of that lame ass shit. Why would I want to put the title of a thug or a gangster on me? That's lame and corny as fuck. Why would I want to put that title on me? You hear me every time I start this shit. It's the God, Opulent LDTV. It's the God, Opulent LDTV. I don't say it's the nigga, Opulent LDTV, do I? Nigga, that's with intention. It's the God, Opulent LDTV. I mean, take it how you want. I know a lot of y'all ain't gonna like that, but I just know who I am. And that's that, but damn, how long LD been on this hoe? Oh shit, almost 40 minutes in this bitch. But this was a great cook. To me, this was a great cook. I enjoyed this a lot. Again, I'm a supporter of both guys, 50 and T.I. And of course, Damani. And I'ma fuck with I think it's Messiah the son, the other son, I guess he goes by Buddy Red. It's kind of like old school. His style is like old schoolers, but I'ma fuck with him too. So regardless of what happens, let's say they end up, somebody end up getting hurt in a situation. I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm still fucking with the art. I'm still fucking with the music. I'm still gonna rock with the art regardless of what happens. Again, I don't know any of these guys personally. I'm not in any of these guys' camps. I love the art. I love both of their art and their music. And like I said, it pains me to see it, but it is what it is. Really, in my opinion, it feels like a lot of people go to 50 because they understand that his reach, especially as far as with his pettiness, when they want to market something, when they want to promote something, they go to him, start a little beef, and then the person gets eyes on them. It's kind of like with Marlon Wayans. They had a little issue, and then it got ironed out. And then what happened? Marlon starts promoting his movie, Scary Movie 6, that's coming out. In this case, you have T.I, he got an album coming out soon. I think it's kind of like next year, fourth quarter, so it's like next year, I believe. But still, he's hopping back into the rap game. And let's be honest, man, T.I never, T.I has never not had it. I see some people talking about, oh, Tip got his flow back. He always had that flow. He always been one of them ones on the mic. Like I said, he's one of my favorites, man. He always been a hell of an artist. Has he been on some bully shit himself? Yeah, I would say. You know, with a little flip, I feel like he was on some uncalled bullshit. I hated watching that too, cause I was a fan of well, I'm still a fan of Lil Flip. I fuck with H-Town heavy. I got a little brother and sister that live in Houston, but yeah, you know, I fuck with, and I hated seeing that. I hated watching that play out. I hate that it got violent, but it is what it is. We've seen T.I do some funny shit to Shawty Low, how he didn't want to jump on a song, and then he kind of referenced them in Big Shit Poppin'. He kind of referenced them in that song. And I remember like he had an issue with Jeezy, and like I said, I would say that it was T.I.'s issue for a second, because like I said, these guys really had eras. Like, oh yeah, and he had the situation with Luda. Let's not forget, he had the situation with Luda. Now Luda eat his ass. Luda is no motherfucking joke. I mean, and if y'all don't know, Luda really from Illinois. He really from Midwest. Just to clear that up. Yeah, he live in Atlanta and shit, but he really from up there. But I get it. It's not about where you from. It's about where you at. And you know, he really blew up in Atlanta, so it's all love. But yeah, man, I'm gonna get out of here. Oh yeah, I was summing it up. Me summing it up is that 50 Cent is winning the war. He hasn't even acknowledged King. He hasn't become emotional enough to reply to any of T.I.'s disses. He's not emotionally blabbering on social media. But 50 is very wrong for including the mom. And he hasn't crashed out over everything that King has said about his mother. That's where true power lies, about how you react. And he has every right to. I mean, like I said, we already know 50. For those who fuck with 50, he plays the long game. He plays the long game. He gonna get the last laugh by any means necessary. So we just gonna sit back and watch how it plays out. Again, shout out to everybody that came through here. I truly appreciate y'all, man. For those in the replay gang who hit the like button, I appreciate y'all too. You know what it is, Opulent LDTV. It's the God, Opulent LDTV. Onward and upward. I don't need your applause. And until the next one, to my comrades, y'all have a blessed Friday and have an amazing weekend. I'm gone.